Hi, it's Alistair Chapman at NAB2025 and I'm helping out Nanlite and Nanlux on their booth. So I thought I'd give you a quick look at some of the latest products that they're showing here at the show in Las Vegas. So starting with some of the products from Nanlite. So Nanlite is the lower cost end of the product range from the Nanguang company. So Nanlux is generally, if I pan around here, you'll see that Nanlux fixtures are generally the larger filmmaking higher end products. These fixtures here, the Evoke products, are rainproof, so you can shoot outside in the rain. They start at 900 watts going all the way up to 5,000 watts with the new big Evoke 5K. But these are really designed for high-end filmmaking, lovely products. But then you have as well the Nanlite products, which tend to be much more affordable products. And we have COB fixtures going up to 720 watts in the Forza range, but also you have their lower cost range of lights, the FC range. So this is an FC-500 COB light, and here we have the new FC-120C. So this is a full color light, COB light, 120 watts. It actually outputs a lot of light for its size. It has Nanlite's FM mount, and you can get various attachments and fixtures for it. We have a little 40 centimeter softbox on this one here. We have the Nanlite PJB-M projector lens on this one over here. But what's really interesting about the FC-120C is it is a full color COB light that's going to give you 120 watts at almost any of the color settings. You can see here it's on one of the color loop modes, giving us various colors. And these are really affordable lights. Now, one of the things that makes them affordable is the construction. There is more plastic used in the body of the lamp to make it that bit cheaper. And the controls for the lamp, we just pan down here, are on the back of the light. But you have the same controls as you have with the more expensive Forzas. We have effects modes, we have HSI modes. So if I just quickly go through the modes here, you can see that we have CCT mode, HSI, RGB, effects mode, etc. And we have 120 watts of output power. And that's good enough for use with up to perhaps a 60 centimeter softbox. If you go larger than a 60 centimeter softbox, you could go to a 90, but you're probably running out of power at a 90. But with modern cameras being as sensitive as they are, that's less of an issue than it used to be. It can also be battery powered. So you can get a battery grip here that takes a V-mount or Anton Bauer AB mount battery, and then that will power the light, and a 100 watt hour battery will run this camera, this light, for around about 45 minutes at full power, which is quite a decent runtime. Moving up from the 120, if you need a bit more power, then we have the new Nanlite FC-500C. So it's another full color light, but now 500 watts. This one can't really be run off batteries. The power supply comes as a separate power supply that comes with a mounting attachment to put it onto a stand. And then, like the 120, the controls for the light are on the back of the light head. And we have the same modes, effects mode, CCT, RGW, gel mode, etc. And you can see right now this one's dimmed right down at 1.4%. Now, being a 500 watt lamp, this is a really, really bright fixture, and it does give you nearly 500 watts at pretty much any color setting. So you get full output across almost all the colors. The attachment mount on this now is a Bowens mount, so it's that standard Bowens mount. So you can take any Bowens fixture, put it on here. You can put the FL20 Fresnel lens, as we've got on here. So this is a zoom Fresnel. This also fits on their more expensive Forza range of lights. So you get a super versatile light, and I have one of these, and I really like this. Just you have that versatility of being able to go from 2700 Kelvin all the way up to 7500 Kelvin, as well as having color. So if you want to put a color wash or something like that on what you're shooting, you can do that really quickly and easily. You don't have to worry about using gels and things like that. Very high CRI, it's typically 95 with the CRI, TLCI is 94. So these are very good lights. Again, a little bit cheaper than the Forzas, so there is a bit more plastic. This is this part of the light is plastic, but they're still well made. I've been to the factory, I've seen these being made, lots of quality control and everything else. But if you do need something cheaper than the Forzas, do look at the FC range. So another one of my favorite Nanlite lights is this one. This is the PavoSlim 120C, and this is basically a 2x1 LED panel light, and you can tell by the C that it's full color. So the PavoSlims, they get their name because they are incredibly thin. The actual panel is this bit here, and it's really thin and slim. And that allows you to mount it flat up against a wall. If you got it on a stand, I've got an example like this one here on a ceiling, it takes very little space. There are fins on the back of the aluminium casing here for heat sinking, so you can run it at full power all the time. There's no fans, no cooling needed for the panel, and it can run that full 120 watt input power all day long without any problems. You also get this softbox that comes with it, and this just folds flat. So to put this away, I simply push this in. There's a little Velcro tab, and if I just come around the other side here, we have another of the Velcro tabs just here. And I pull those tabs in, and that softbox goes flat, and you can pack this into a very small carry case. It comes with a really nice carry case, and it takes up no space in your vehicle, and that makes it really easy to transport. If you're flying with it, it's small, it's light, and then to set it up again, just undo the Velcro tabs and the softbox pops out and you're ready to go. Now if I come around here and we look at the control unit, so the control unit here, it's very small and compact. There's my hand to give you an idea of how big it is. And we have the usual effects modes, HSI, CCT, RGBW, gel mode, etc. Very easy to use, very controllable light. And it can be run off batteries. On this one it's a single battery. You can put a battery on the controller to power it off a battery. 120 watts output, so a 100 watt hour battery on this will typically run it for about 45 minutes. And being a full color fixture, if I just change the mode, if we go to HSI mode, I can now have a full range of colors and pretty much the full output no matter what color I'm doing. So that's the PavoSlim 120C. I know a lot of people like to use the light mats and things like that with a matte light, but this is a rigid panel, so very quick to set up. Comes with this really nice fixing that clips onto the back, quick lock. You can put it on down here. You can configure this in lots of different ways to mount it. And it really is very thin, very slim, and it's very lightweight. So it is very easy to set up and use. So that's the PavoSlim 120C. So then this is the big daddy of all the lights here from Nanlite and Nanlux. And this is the Evoke 5000B. And something new here at NAB is the motorized yoke. The motorized yoke is a pre-production prototype. There is not a huge amount of information about it yet, but it is designed specifically for the 5000B to allow it to remotely control the positioning and the pointing of the light fixture. So the 5000B, as its name applies, is a 5000 watt input power bicolor LED light. Here it's configured with the FL45E Fresnel lens, a motorized Fresnel, and the 5000B uses a new light engine, the Nebula light engine, that allows you to have that full 5,000 plus watts output, and it includes a green magenta tint. And even if you have the full green or full magenta tint, you still have the full output because of the way the emitters works. You can get all the way from 2,700 Kelvin to 6,500 Kelvin with a fairly generous green magenta hue adjustment. The 5000B is IP65 rated, so you can use it outside in the rain without any dramas at all. The power supply and ballast is built into the head unit, so it's just a single power feed to the lamp. You don't need to worry about extra cables and things like that. And it comes with a remote panel so that you can control it. It's a cabled remote that you can control it via that cabled remote if it's in a high position where you can't get at it. Nice little things are we have an adjustable yoke here, so it's very easy to balance the head depending on what modifier you've got. Here we have the parallel beam reflector, true parallel beam reflector added to it. And we have a new mounting system in here for these attachments that not only does it lock the modifier on, but when you lock it down, it pulls the modifier towards the lamp head to ensure better optical alignment and electrical alignment for electrical controls on a fixture like the Fresnel lens. There is a sled underneath the light fixture that is sprung, and this serves two purposes. Is the springs absorb shocks, so if it's dropped on the ground or transported on a back of a vehicle in a rough environment, it helps absorb the shocks, which protects your investment with the lighting fixture. And it also allows them to dock together so that when you're shipping them, you can stack them, as we see here for shipping, and they lock together with that sled in between them. So really nice new fixtures from Nanlite, really high power output, and there's nice little touches. So the cover glass, let me just, I'm gonna need two hands to do this. So the cover glass for the light mixing chamber here is very easy to replace. So should it become damaged, should you perhaps have an accident that causes damage to this, it can be replaced. I'm not sure, it's not really a user replaceable, but for a rental company or something like that, they'll be able to replace that. And I think that's really important for the rental companies, that the stuff that might get damaged can be replaced easily. It's also internally a modular design. So again, in terms of maintenance and repairs, it's a very easy lamp to service, which is going to be very important in the rental industry. So that's the Evoke 5000B, the new prototype motorized yoke for it. And that's it from me on the NAB 2025 Nanlite and Nanlux booth.